I used to log into the internet to escape my real-world problems, but now I find myself looking and seeking for things to do in the real world to escape my internet problems. And I imagine that I'm not the only person like that. I mean, I feel like over the last 20 years, the internet has become such an important part of people's lives in a particularly unhealthy way that we're kind of seeking out what we already had in the first place. Now, I know that this is, probably not a super crazy concept to a lot of you guys, but personally speaking, I've been thinking about it a lot lately because I found myself looking for more things to do in person around me locally and exciting things to look forward to, and it's just strange. At its core, one of the biggest things is that I feel like the old YouTube that I originally fell in love with, the YouTube that made me want to become a YouTuber in the first place, is just not really around anymore. And don't get me wrong, there are still channels that make old school YouTube videos. I mean, to be honest with you, that's kind of part of why I've adopted this format that I've been using a lot lately, where I'm just kind of talking to you guys with a loose set of notes and we just kind of go from there. I really like when you have a connection to the YouTuber because they're not hiding behind a thinly veiled personality or just trying to do something to get the most amount of views. I'm much more interested as a YouTuber myself in just having a conversation with you guys and sharing ideas. Now, I have a background in filmmaking and I do still want to make some higher production quality things, but it's not because I'm trying to be a YouTuber. It's because I'm a filmmaker and it's something that I'm very passionate about. But I really do feel like there are a lot of YouTubers these days that are not making YouTube videos because their love is for creating. They're making YouTube videos because they either want to be popular or they want to, have the next viral video or they want to make a lot of money. And I don't even think that those are bad motivators for doing it. I think that if you're creating content on the internet and putting it out there, your idea is that you're going to want people to see that stuff, It's not a thing of, oh, you shouldn't want your content to be seen and adored. I feel like there is a core missing from a lot of YouTube content where it's just kind of become like how TV was. It's so strange how we got here because I remember when I was growing up back in the early 2010s, I guess really the 2000s, and YouTube was first starting to get its footing, and it wasn't really seen as a legitimate job or a legitimate career, and so a lot of people were just doing it entirely for fun. And if you were a YouTuber, you weren't some really crazy, awesome, popular person in the eyes of the media, in the eyes of the everyday person. You were some weirdo on the internet that didn't have a life, that didn't have a place in the real world and couldn't get a real job. It was a really, black and white. You're either a contributor to society or you're nothing. But nowadays, it's seen as the opposite, where we hold YouTubers up onto this high pedestal. And it's so strange. And, there's a facet to that that's like, as a YouTuber myself, I'm glad that people respect the career that I work for, making music and making videos. I'm glad that people think that it's really cool. But I can't shake the feeling that I am kind of part of a dying breed of YouTuber. I wanted to do this thing since I was a kid. My first YouTube channel was a channel that my dad made back in the 2000s. And I was uploading like Mario Kart Wii videos for like 8 years to an audience of less than 1,000 subscribers, and I had great fun. I loved doing that.
I'm not lagging.
No, I sniff.
No,
I promise you, this time I know what I'm doing.
We did that.
Some of my favorite uploads are things that I've just done entirely for fun, and that's part of why I've adopted the format I was talking about before. I love just talking and sharing things that I love and trying to make cool visuals for you guys to enjoy. That's why Ivycomb Music is such a huge passion project for me, because I get to really make stories and do cool visuals and make people go, oh my god, that's crazy, that looks so cool. That's all that I could really ask for when I'm creating videos. And when I'm creating videos on this channel, it's much more a thing of creating an open discussion. I want to have an open discussion with you guys, and I'm not trying to engagement bait for comments and be like, guys, let me know what you think about this thing every like 3 minutes in the video to get someone to write a comment to increase the engagement of the video. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I will make a comment, I want to hear your thoughts, but Oh, excuse me. I should also make it clear that I'm not trying to hold myself on some sort of like moral pedestal or high ground or anything. I don't think that's I don't think that's healthy, and also it's just not what I'm trying to do. I'm more just voicing a frustration that I have with YouTube as someone that loves YouTube videos, as someone that loves seeing other people's passion for things. There are a lot of channels that I still do watch that do kind of more of the YouTube TV show kind of stuff. Like, I used to watch Donut Media a lot. I don't really watch them much anymore, but some of the guys have moved to other channels like Speed and Big Time, and I absolutely love those channels. Another channel that comes to mind that I still do watch sometimes is Markiplier. I like that he is still stuck to his original thing of just making really cool gaming videos. And you know what, man? Like, you know, Funk, Jackademia are also YouTubers that I've been watching a lot lately because they just make stuff that they want to make. And I love that about them so much. The bottom line for me is that it really just feels like YouTube is becoming a corporate place instead of a place that is, it's not YouTube anymore. It's not our tube. It's their tube. And this isn't even YouTube's fault. This is much more the way the internet has gone in general. And I don't hold any of that against YouTube specifically because, I mean, as someone who relies on YouTube for my income and paying my bills, I wouldn't really feel confident being on a website like this if I didn't truly believe that they actually have the creators in best intentions for the creators in mind. I do believe that YouTube wants to make the platform better for creators. I don't believe that YouTube is trying to make things worse. But there's only so much that they can do. The algorithm is biased towards watch time, and a lot of people have tried to optimize that. And I think at its core, what is happening is people are so dead focused on let's maximize watch time and engagement over anything else. It doesn't matter what it is you're trying to do. Watch time is number one, that they're adding so much flair to the videos. You guys might not have even noticed, I haven't been using subtitles this video because I just wanted to see what the reception would be if I did one of these videos without subtitles, because part of the reason that I did those was because I knew that it would help, for one thing, it's accessibility, but since YouTube has default subtitles already, I thought, you know what, let me put my money where my mouth is. Let me turn off subtitles because there's something that I added for more visual flair to the videos. So I'm doing this video without any subtitles just to see what the reception of that is like. That is the core of what's going on with YouTube, is just, I feel like the vision of creating things and sharing passion is not as strong as it used to be. It is still definitely here, and there's a reason I still stick around on YouTube and I still watch a lot of YouTubers, but it's becoming increasingly hard to find things that make me want to actually, like, you know, subscribe and stay subscribed and wait for those interesting takes and videos, because in order to find those, I have to search through giant piles of internet slop content, and I'm getting tired of it, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one that's getting tired of it. But regardless of that, I want you guys to let me know what you think about this whole thing. Oh god, I'm doing the comment thing. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this down below. By the way, for those of you that are in my Discord server and have been keeping up to date with things, you might notice that this is not one of the videos I mentioned would go up this week. I have a full video on the Clips channel that explains the hellish week that I had last week, but the TLDR of it is this past week has been incredibly stressful for me, and I have been way busier than I anticipated on being, so that is why this video is going up, because my other videos I have been editing in the background. The first episode of the new Ask Ivy is going to be coming out in the next few days, and it is a huge undertaking. It is a very highly edited video that I'm putting a lot of love into, so I'm very, very stoked about it. I might repost the original Ask Ivy to the YouTube channel before the new Ask Ivy goes live, so we'll see what happens. But either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, remember to hit the dislike button and to join the Discord and tell me how bad of a YouTuber I am. Thanks for watching. Oh, and also merch store. Go check the merch store out. It's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty merch store.